to another edition of TKTV. This is a special edition. Yes, we're on the campaign trail. The elections are going on next month, and make sure you participate in the election and exercise your right to vote.
November 8th.
November 8th. We want to send a special thank you out to Nathan Mays, business agent from Local 28, for putting this all together. And we also would like to welcome to the show, for the first time, Duwayne Gregory for Congress of the 2nd District, right here on Long Island. Welcome to the show.
Great, thank you, Shawn. It's my pleasure to be here. I'm running for Congress this year. I'm the leader and the presiding officer of the Suffolk County Legislature. Been there for 8 years. I'm a veteran and decided that we need new leadership in Washington, so I decided to take on the big challenge to run for Congress in the 2nd District, and it's a pleasure to be here with you and Nathan and talking about some of the issues that are so important to our union members out here in Long Island. So thank you for the opportunity.
Wow. Nathan.
Well, listen, Duwayne, I'm very happy that you're here today. And ever since the first time I met you, you've always been a strong supporter of unions and working families.
Yes.
And I want to thank you for that. I see a lot of things that you do in the community, in Wyandanch. I saw how involved you were in the Wyandanch Rising Project. And just basically the movement ahead, the movement of members and people out of prosperity and giving people hope. And you were a driving force behind that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know, Wyandanch is a special part of the district for me. It's not only an area that I represent, but it's an area that ever since I was a young kid has been a part of my life. I used to play football at Wyandanch Midget Football League at PAL as a kid. High school, had a girlfriend that lived in Wyandanch for a little bit. But no, the Wyandanch community had a lot of friends, and it's a special community, and I'm proud to serve it and represent it.
Yeah. I must say that I see you around quite often. Whenever there's something that's going on, I see you right there. Whenever something needs to be done, I see you right there. And what a lot of people don't see is when he does this, he does it on his own. He doesn't do it for a camera opportunity or, just to, let people know. He just does it because it needs to be done. He's always there when we need him. But Duwayne, what I want to do is I want to start off asking you a couple of questions. All right, first, I know who you are, because that's why you're here. Tell us a little bit about yourself. I know you were an officer in the Army. How long have you been an elected official?
Well, I've been an elected official for 8 years now. I got elected in a special election in July of 2008. So I've been there 8 years just this past July. I've been I was the majority leader for a little bit, for 2 years, but the past 3 years elected as the presiding officer of the legislature, which is a great honor for me, the first person of color to be the majority leader and as well as the presiding officer to lead our great body. But I grew up in a middle-class family. My father was an auto mechanic. My mother was a community health nurse that worked for the state for 30 years, and she was very active in her union. She was a member of PEF. And I remember my brother and I going to union rallies and things of that nature when we were, 2nd and 3rd grade. So, getting indoctrinated in the importance of what a union can be for middle-class families was something that was drilled in us at a very early age. So I understand the importance of the labor movement and how it can have an impact on our middle-class families. And that's why I really work hard to try to fight for them and do what I can for middle-class families that are really suffering here in Long Island.
Okay, great answer. All right, but we're going to start off these questions. Now, these questions are the questions that I find would be more of what the members would actually like to know and have answered. Now, Duwayne, I'm going to let you know these are going to be some tough questions, all right, that a lot of people just can't answer. All right, the first question that I'm going to ask you is, what is your position on mandatory apprentice language for municipalities? Are you in favor? And if you are, why?
I'm in favor of mandatory apprenticeship language because I think the apprenticeship programs are a wonderful program to help grow our labor force. My stepson's actually in the apprenticeship program.
Really?
Yeah, he's in the operating engineers.
There you go.
And I promote people going to college and getting an education, but there are just some people that they don't want to go to college. And my stepson was like that. He wasn't like he was a bad student. He was a B+ student, but he just didn't like, open up a textbook. He likes working with his hands, and he's been in the apprenticeship program for 2 years now, and he's like a fish in water. And it's the first time he ever opened up a book, and he's excited. And it's not just a job, it's a career. And so we have to create those opportunities, because the middle class is very much been created by the union movement, the labor movement. So the more we can get people into labor, because the numbers are dwindling, we have to build those numbers up, the better off middle class families will be.
See, you beat me to the punch. My next question was, do you support the middle class? Because the middle class is unions.
Yep, no, absolutely. If you go on my website, DuwayneGregory.com, www.DuwayneGregory.com, but www.DuwayneGregory.com. Check out my issues page. I have a whole agenda, what I'm calling the Middle Class Bill of Rights.
Wow.
And it talks about the issues that I feel that are important to help strengthen the middle class. And one is fighting for a living wage, securing Social Security, because that's an issue that Congress refuses to address, lowering student loan interest rates for our families, but also giving tax cuts for parents, because parents are tapping out their retirement accounts to help pay for their children's education.
I know what that's about.
So we have to address that. So check it out on DuwayneGregory.com, my Middle Class Bill of Rights platform, and I hope you'll be pleased and support my campaign.
Now, because you're so heavily involved in unions and the progression of the middle class, I want to know if you can answer this question. Now, it's a hard one. What is your position on off-site prevailing wage legislation? And given the opportunity in Congress, would you co-sponsor that bill?
I'm going to answer the second part first. Yes, I would, as a member of Congress, and it's an important issue, off-site apprenticeship language, because you have to have every member have the opportunity to have a prevailing wage for the job, and that's why it's important. Like elected officials like myself have good relationships and interact with our union members and leadership like yourself, so we understand what those issues are. And offsite apprenticeship language, prevailing wage, I keep saying apprenticeship language, but prevailing wage is important. I think prevailing wage is important in general, but we have to make sure that everyone, every aspect, and every person working on the job has prevailing wage, because it's important for our community. And we have a lot of unscrupulous businesses that are gonna cut costs where they can, and that's not to the benefit of our community. It's a benefit to their pockets, and we have to ensure that people are working in a safe environment and they're getting a good wage for the work that they're doing, and profits should not overcome the best interests of the workers.
Okay, good. Now, as the presiding officer of the Suffolk Ledge, you get first-hand experience about the work that unions do, because our communities are all about the infrastructure, and we have to build up the infrastructure to make our communities better. And a lot of that is due to the quality of work coming from unions. What is your position? How do you feel about the building trades unions? Are they helping Long Islanders?
They are, and as a county legislator, we have a capital budget program, and I've supported hundreds of millions of dollars for capital projects to help keep our building construction trades members working, and working with Dick O'Kane and the Building and Construction Trades Council, Suffolk and Nassau Building Trade Construction Council, working with Dr. McKay at the community college.
Yes, that's where I met you.
Yeah, and I'm elated that they are, they're doing what they can to help keep the members working, and as well. And they actually, in their spring gala, they had recognized the labor movement, recognized some of the members. So we recognize in Suffolk County that we got to keep our members working, because these are not just only workers; these are residents of Suffolk County, and we have a selfish interest, I must admit, because the more people have in their pocket to spend, the more money they will spend for clothes and for other items, and that generates sales tax revenue for us.
Wow.
In the county, we're heavily reliant on sales tax. We have a $2.9 billion budget, and $1.7 billion comes from sales tax. And that keeps us going and keeps us, functioning and providing the critical services that we need. So
Okay, that's good. Now, do you support keeping good paying manufacturing jobs on Long Island with tax incentives?
I do, because when I was in the military, I got out and I came back from Texas, where I was stationed at Fort Hood, Texas, and worked for a firm called Photo Circuits. And they were the 5th largest photo circuit or circuit board manufacturer in the country. And what happened was, because of NAFTA, they started slowly shipping jobs to Mexico, and now they were in Glen Cove, and now they're shut down. So I've seen the effects of some of these trade agreements, jobs being shipped out of the community. If I recall, through NAFTA, Long Island lost over 100,000 jobs in total.
Yeah.
So in manufacturing is about 25% of what it used to be. So we have to build our manufacturing base, because it used to be you could work in a manufacturing plant. You're not going to have a 6,000 square foot home, but you have a job and you can that you respect, get a respectable wage, raise a family, take a vacation, pay for the kids' college, and you're comfortable. But now those jobs are gone for the most part, so we have to try to expand our manufacturing. But we have to but business is saying, well, it's costly to provide jobs here. So they complain about utility costs. We have to find a way to lower utility costs. We have to give them incentives so they can stay here as well, because those are families that are not only jobs, but those are families that are leaving Long Island as well with the jobs. We want to keep them here.
Yeah, you heard that, ladies and gentlemen. First time on TKTV, Duwayne Gregory, the presiding officer for the Suffolk County Ledge, running for Congress. He's a good man. And what we're going to do for you is we're going to let you freestyle a little bit. Close the show out, Duwayne. Just tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're going to do as the newly elected congressman.
Yes.
Well, thank you, Shawn, and thank you, Nathan, for the opportunity to be here with you today, just to talk a little bit about my campaign for Congress. This is not something that I wanted to do ever since I was a little kid, but I feel the urge and the need to go to Congress because we need new leadership. Congress is broken, it's mired in gridlock and dysfunction, it's not getting the job done, and it's silly to keep sending the same people back to Congress year after year as things get worse and worse. So I'm asking for your support, because we need a champion in Washington that's going to fight for the middle class. We need someone in Washington that understands that our young people need a helping hand. They need someone that understands that they're being saddled with decades of student loan debt, and that middle class families are struggling. And if we don't do something about it, they're going to leave Long Island, our precious and beautiful home that we cherish so much. But our current leadership is failing in this regard, and I think we need new leadership. So I'm asking for your support. November 8th, we'll be on the ballot, and hopefully we'll help to bring this country in a new direction, but I can't do it without your support. So I thank you for the opportunity to express my views here today, but look forward to representing you in the near future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for coming.
All right, great, thank you.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Fantastic. Vote
November 8th.